It's a lovely, calm and tranquil morning here in the Lake District. Brothers Water, that's where I am this morning, and it's the start of the day before I head up to Dove Crag and around Dovedale. But I thought I'd spend some time seeing what I can find, and I just walk the banks of the lake, and what's attracted me are the grasses, the reeds growing up through the water. I just love the structure of them, and also there's ripples in the water as well, and that's adding a bit of interest. I'm looking at what I can include in the background at this moment in time. A nice shapely tree, so I'm just eyeing something up, a bit handheld, see what I can find. So I've spotted something. There's a clump of reeds, and there's a single reed just separated from the rest of the clump. But what's caught my eye is the tree in the background. Some lovely shapes going on. There's a branch which angles towards the ground. It's a nice curve as well. I like how it's spread. So I'm just positioning myself here. I had to do a bit of climbing, you know, as you do. So F11, and we're on what? 85mm here. And I'm just ensuring that the whole of the tree is in the frame itself. So that's what's caught my eye. A semicircular shape of rocks appearing above the surface of the water. I've walked around it. Nothing's standing out really. I'm not too convinced that this will work. See, there's that nice V there. There's a background between Middle Dodd and Cordell Moor. I could work with that. Not really satisfied with it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll have a stab at it. I'll walk around a bit longer. There might be something which stands out. But to be honest, enough of this tranquility, calmness and the sound of the rippling water. I've got a hike to do. So let's get on with it. No, there's no point. It's not working. The angles of the fells just not flowing for me. There's a V. But no, it doesn't work. And then you've got a flat bit running to the left of Cordell Moor. I tried. Come on. Let's go. It's a relatively short walk today, just under 8 miles. I'm going to head up to Dove Crag through Dovedale. Once I reach Dove Crag, I'll see what options open up. I may head north up to Hart Crag. Now, I have been to Dove Crag before, of course, and I do remember there's some quite wonderful rock formations up there. Now the light is flat. I'm not sure, I don't think we're going to get any sporadic splashes of light today. So I'm conscious of that. And I want to make most of the form structure and the features as I'm low down. There's plenty of trees to work with. Now, there's a reason why I've stopped here. This caught my eye. Look at this. Talking about textures. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? Look at that. Nice sweeping line up there, nice circular. So I'm going to set up now. It's quite dark under the canopy of trees, so I've got the old tripod somewhere there. See what I can do with this. So what have we got in the bag today? You'll notice Whistler bag, shortish hike. Let's open up. We have got everything, all the lenses. Camera helps. 24 to 105, which I'm probably going to use for this shot. 70 to 200, and the 35mm as well, plus a few goodies. This is my battery charger pack. Let me just show you this. You just hear me stomach then? Yeah, one-handed. There we go. Battery charger pack. Couple of spare batteries from the camera. Singular point charger. And in there is a double point charger, memory cards. Always handy. Always handy. Right, let's get set up. So yeah, this is definitely different to what I usually shoot, but it just took my eye. It's that sweeping motion and around, circular. So yeah, tripod. Now I've gone in at what, f16 at this moment in time. I think that's going to get me the best sharpness throughout. So that's what I've composed there. See that sweeping in from the lower right hand corner, and you've got your circular motion there as well. Some nice textures. And why not? I didn't travel right far. I've actually veered off the path and headed up to this little wooded section, because what caught my eye was the bracken is slowly turning colour. Some nice bronzes going on here. And I'm set up here. Trees there in the frame. Your main piece of bracken here, nice contrast. And I've opted for a square crop. My stomach's going. Opted for a square crop, just for that extra appeal. So that's how I've framed. Square crop, as I say. Just ensure that I've got the trees in the left hand corner sweeping out. You've got a straight tree, vertical tree, and the upper right, a bit of balance. And yeah, you got your main piece of bracken there, and again it's dotted throughout, takes your eye up. Back to f11 and focused on the front fern there. Right, okay. I'm going to carry on now. See how far I get. As I said before, this is all about form, textures, trying to find as much contrast as I can, but there is definitely a hint of autumn. Beautiful here, absolutely beautiful. Dovedale. Now, you can probably hear the sound of water. That's because there's water. There you go, a waterfall. But that's an added feature to this image that I've seen. The main component for this image is this tree here, and how it arches over. And you've got the little branchlets, smaller branches coming into view as well. So it's creating a bit of an arc. I'm going to use the waterfall there as an added feature as well, something to allow the eye to focus on. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really a waterfall fan. It's something I did when I first started out in landscape photography, playing around with milky water, long exposure. I thought, wow, this is wonderful. But looking back on my images back then, it was all about the waterfall itself. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but a cascade on itself is not very interesting. What's interesting is what's around the waterfall itself. As I said, this image is about the waterfall as an added feature. I've also heard it's good to get texture in your water by choosing the correct shutter speed, 1/5, 1/8, whatever, rather than 1 second, 2 seconds. I don't really agree with that as well. If I'm going to shoot a waterfall, there's more static elements around it, i.e. rocks, then I want to go for a long exposure, 2-3 seconds, because I want to show that movement, that milky calmness, flowiness effect. I'll show you what I've done here. You see that? Let me just increase exposure. There you go, a bit of an arch. Going around, all around there. Whew, sweeps in. Your waterfall there. So that's what I've taken. F14. We've got here 1/4 of a second. Now, there's hardly any breeze at all today, so I can probably get away with that. I will check the back of the camera, but yeah, so it's not all about the waterfall. It's all about the added features which lead your eye into the waterfall. And we'll leave the story here with the gentle sounds of flowing water. Join me next week as I tackle the different terrain in Dove Crag. Thanks for watching and keep smiling.